Stream elements.
Welcome to my channel.
Stream elements.
Sí. Español Eracin de Amsis Naudif. Streaming Irracin.
Power 3D.
Welcome to my channel.
Botrix oficial.
Welcome to my channel.
Nico.
¿Aquí?
Welcome to my channel.
¿Me cuenta o qué? Cuidado. ¿Qué pasa? ¿Qué pasa aquí? ¿Para qué? ¿Para qué?
Botrix.
Welcome to.
Oye. A ver. Busca un juego abierto en la historia. Ah, con el Ferrari. Ahora estoy confundido con el Ferrari. Porque ahora gente que... Por equipo. Se llamaba aquí, no sé quién. Bueno, vamos a practicar un poquito, mira, a ver qué tiempo hace. Pero no tengo feta ni nada. A ver si tengo algún feta por ahí de editor antiguo.
Sí, bueno,
¡Hey, buenas! ¿Quién anda por ahí?
soy Adri. La que estaba en el móvil, que siempre me está conectado y lo puedo hacerlo con él. Soy el del móvil.
¿Qué pasa? ¡Ay! ¿Cómo pasa, Adri? Y yo, felices fiestas, tío. ¿Cómo estamos?
Felices fiestas.
¿Cómo estamos, mi
Oye,
hermano?
¿has visto lo que ha pasado por WhatsApp, no?
Sí, algo he leído. Mira, estoy entrando en mi Racing ahora. Estoy con el Ferrari en Daytona. Me he metido aquí en un juego de estos por dar una vuelta.
Ya está. Que eso, no sé tú qué opinas, cambiar todo el resto de equipos.
A ver, claro, aquí está muy bien, Adri, lo que estás haciendo, de crear equipo y eso. Pero es que aquí no hay nadie, tío. Si es que he vuelto hace una semana y aquí ahí estamos viendo los mismos aquí dando vueltas, tío. Todavía hay, mira, yo estoy entrando en una juego, es que hay juegos hace una semana, pero es que no hay nadie que haya dado una muñetera vuelta, ¿vale? Dices tú, cocha, pues poneros ya, tío. Esta noche, el otro día hice un juego de, para no sé qué carrera era, para la GT4, yo qué sé, hice un juego. Esta noche voy a hacer otro juego y no hay nadie, nunca. Ayer mira, lo digo aquí en directo, ayer Oriol, me lo encuentro en la Toyota en Daytona y no lleva ni el puto skin del equipo, tío. Ponte el puto skin del equipo, coño, no estás en un equipo, pon el skin por lo menos que se vea que eres del equipo, tío. Me cago en la hostia. No, cosas que me cabrean, tío, porque yo hago, Adri, yo hago equipo, ¿me entiendes? Yo hago equipo y los demás cada uno van por su puñetera bola, tío, y eso me mata, tío.
Yo no me estoy dando poco ahora mismo a
No, sí, yo me llevo un mes fuera, ¿eh? Yo me llevo un mes fuera y ahora me voy el día 6, por eso me he puesto, en lo que tú has puesto, he puesto, no sé. Yo voy a practicarlo, si llego ese día, un equipo pasa cualquier cosa, estoy yo, ya está, sin problema. A ver,
Yo,
Sabina, buena.
McLaren y el McLaren, no sé, no va mal, pero no me termina de convencer. Pero bueno, que ir probando, al final pues yo lo tengo claro. Yo voy a ir por Sani, que al final lo que te dije, igual que lo dices al tema de la otra que tú, yo no me queda tan solo. Al final, pues bueno, somos colegas, pero sé que él está todavía cogiendo el ritmo a la resistencia y tal, pues lo voy a decir.
Sí, vas con Sani, que es amigo tuyo, lo pasáis bien y ya está.
Ya está.
Lo veo perfecto.
Igual que a Dani y a Iván lo vea con el curso, por mucho que sea, al final, los dos puntos para la actividad, por mucho que a lo mejor tengamos diferentes de aquí, no lo voy a poner en un equipo diferente. Porque al final,
Hostia.
yo no lo veo así. Dani, sí,
Dani y Iván van a ir juntos.
eso. A ver, que obviamente no creo que la quieran hacer los dos solitarios. Pero vamos, no lo sé, tampoco lo gusta.
24 horas dos solitarios es una pesada, ¿eh?
Coño, se la quisieron hacer el año pasado con el MDH.
Yo lo veo una pesada, por lo menos 3.
Yo por lo menos, yo haría lo mismo que
Yo lo
y viendo que por ejemplo eso Eric no puede, el otro se quedó, digo, pues está haciendo hacerlo por equipos de 4 y ya está. Normalmente para equipos de 4 estamos respaldados, yo el equipo de 5 y yo de 4, no lo sé. Te digo ya, si no, pues eso, le preguntaré a Dani a ver, ¿qué intenciones de ellos? ¿Me han hablado algo? Y si ellos dicen, lo hacemos nosotros dos, hacemos todo y vemos sobre eso cómo lo tratamos.
No, yo me he puesto, no lo sé por eso. Porque yo no sé cómo.
Ahora mismo son 9 que están apuntados. 9, bueno, yo aquí está puesto el no sé, pero que bueno, serían 10. Como está puesto el no sé, porque el tema de que tiene de 2 a 6 que no puede estar. Pero bueno, después de ahora actividad de equipo de estar, pues bueno. Seríamos 10. O un equipo de 3. Y claro. Sería un equipo de 4 y 2 de 3. O alguna cosa así.
No sé. Yo estoy dando vueltas ahora con el Ferrari. A ver.
Sí. Bueno, la guindilla.
Nada, nada. Llevo un Z de Walking League y esto no va. El puto GT3 que no me gustan.
Bueno, Juan, vamos hablando.
Venga.
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 Mismo, no trabajamos 24 horas para darme el Ganópolis, Detroit, Dublín, los Atlanta, los primeros circos, Semana 3, Long Beach, siempre, no hay nada para 24 horas. Mira, Daytona Endura. Hay un Daytona Endura aquí, vamos a probarlo. Que tampoco me gustan los GT3. Casco de coche, tío, yo no sé cómo le gustan a esta gente, tío. No solo corre en recta, tío. Ahora me doy ahí. Joder, tío, qué asco de GT3, tío. Yo no sé cómo le gustan a esta gente, de verdad, ¿eh? Es una basura, tío. Los GT3 son basura, tío. Que no sé cómo le gustan, tío. Es que es una mierda. Esta es la peor serie que hay en simracing, tío. Los coches no van. Los coches es totalmente raro llevar un coche. Un coche porque de un saltito en un de esos te se vaya el coche. Venga, hombre. O sea, el coche que tiene más aerodinámicas que todos son los que se van. Venga, hombre. O sea, el coche tiene más aerodinámica que un GT4 y te se van. Venga, hombre. Si tiene más aerodinámica, está más asentada al suelo y todo, y se van. ¿Cómo puedes hacer un GT3 así? Aquí tenía que entrar perfecto, con todo el efecto suelo, todo lo que tiene estos coches GT3. ¿Y entra más lento que un GT4? Venga ya, hombre. Qué gracia. Ha creado GT3 para tontos. Es imposible, no hay coche, ¿verdad? El coche que tiene más aerodinámica se va más. ¿Cómo te comes eso? Mira. Es imposible, tío. Es un coche que, si lo sabes llevar en e-racing, es porque estás acostumbrado a él, no porque el coche sea realmente un GT3. Tenían que quitarlo ya de e-racing esta mierda. Ya no hemos conseguido hacer un GT3 de verdad. No puedes ni acelerar en la curva. No puedes acelerar ahí. Tienes que ir a medio gas. Entra con cualquier coche vas a todo gas. Como este con toda la puta aerodinámica, no puedes acelerar. Venga, hombre. Se me quiere ir para allá. Pero si llevas un cacho alerón ahí atrás, para que aguante. Qué tontería de GT3.
48, 7, 0, 2.
Ay, no vi la recuerdo.
Coche a tu izquierda. Despejado. Punto. 2, 4, permiso. 4, 3.
No sé, no me puedo leer.
Coche a la derecha. Despejado a la derecha.
Que no me gusta la GT3, tío. No puede ser que pegue un bote el coche y se vaya. Venga ya, hombre. Es una basura, tío. Puto GT3, tío, de los cojones, tío. Qué basura de coche, tío.
We got damage on the front end.
Qué basura de coche, tío. Los GT3 es lo peor que hay, tío. Qué basura de coche, tío. Pega un bote y el coche se va. Venga, hombre. ¿Qué pasa? ¿Tiene puta amortiguación el puto coche o qué? Qué asco de GT3, tío. No frenan, no aceleran, no hacen nada. Solo es ponerlo recto en la recta y correr. Ponerlo recto en la recta y correr. Allá, tío. No tienes paso por curva el puto coche. Allá, hombre. Ahora son coches para imbéciles, tío. Ponerlo recto en la recta y acelerar. A ponerlo recto en la recta y acelerar. Claro, tío. No tienes paso. Un GT3 no tiene un coche con toda esta puta aerodinámica y no puede pasar por curva. Bueno, no me jodas. De mierda. Un coche con toda la puta aerodinámica, efecto suelo, todo. Y es capaz el coche pasar por curva. Venga ya, tío. Venga ya. Que cualquier toquecito en el piano que salte un poquito el coche, ya el coche te tira. Venga, hombre, tío. Y hacer un simulado bien con el GT3, tío, ya, tío. Una puta rueda sin de ancha. Que tengo ahí dos ruedas de la Porsche que hay atrás. Si quiero las enseño. Y ¿cómo coño no va a agarrar eso, tío? Porque pega un saltito. Su puta madre, tengo dos ruedas ahí de la Porsche K ahí atrás. ¿Me enseño cómo es una rueda de la Porsche K? ¿O la enseño? Me cago en mi madre, parió. Mira, coño. Esto es una puta rueda de la Porsche K. Me cago en la hostia. Una puta rueda de la Porsche K. Mirá el ancho que tiene una rueda de la Porsche K. Cago en su puta madre, mirá. Mirá el caso de rueda que tiene una Porsche K. ¿Lo veis? Esto mira mi pecho, tío. Bueno, es mi pecho entero, tío. Caso de goma de la Porsche K. Ahí hay 3 o 4 mini motos ahí. Recorre. Y ahí ruedas de la Porsche K. Cago su puta madre. Me la regalaban a mí cuando iba a la Porsche K. Toma, que el neumático después los venden. Y yo digo, voy a vender yo las Porsche. Me las quedo por tenerlo. Cago en mi muelas todas, tío. Como un coche no puede agarrar, tío. Si esto tiene aerodinámica por todos lados, tío. Fíjate el coche. Fíjate los coches, tío. Mira la aerodinámica que tiene el coche. Tiene difusores. Tiene de eso. Mira por delante, tío. Mira. Para que el coche esté asentado. Si tú coges una puñetera curva, el coche va a subir para arriba. Me cago en Dios porque no tiene efecto suelo, o sea que le da igual que coja un puto bache. Cago en Dios, tío. Tan difícil hacer una simulación real de un GT3, tío. Que el coche tiene que pasar por curvas más rápido que otros coches. No, es que es más potente irá más lento. Hostia, pues el Fórmula 1 irá más lento, ¿no? Que un Fórmula 3 en curva, ¿no? O sea, que será. O sea, que esto, solo correr la recta. ¡Came puta madre, tío! ¿Cómo se puede hacer tan mal esto, tío? Sí, que voy con 100 kilos en el coche de más, sí, porque voy a full de nada a tope de gasolina.
Coche a la derecha.
Que no me deja acelerar.
A la derecha.
Aquí tenía que entrar el coche, perfecto. Mira, se va de atrás, se va adelante. ¿Pero cómo te vas ahí? ¿Pero cómo te vas ahí con toda la puta aerodinámica que tienes?
Lado izquierdo. Despejado.
¿Cómo te vas a ir más que un GT4? Que es un coche de calle modificado. Esto lo único que quiere es correr la recta.
Coche a tu izquierda. A la
Mira,
izquierda.
mira. Parece que el coche no puede coger un puto piano. Parece, con un piano parece que te has metido en un arado de papa. Por un puto piano. Y pianos bajitos, mira. Mira los pianos como son. La primera vez de carrera que veo con un GT3 me puedo coger un puto piano. A ver, ¿qué hizo la carrera de la Porsche Car? Que revientan todos los circuitos porque van por encima de los pianos. ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué? Tú tiras por encima de los pianos. Te lo comes todo. ¿Por qué? Porque el coche te deja. Y aquí en racing no te deja coger los pianos, pero si los GTT lo que hace es coger los pianos y comérselo todo. ¿Habéis visto antes de la Fórmula 1 en la Porsche Car? Que van, pum, dejan toda la pista llena de tierra porque van comiéndose todos los pianos por encima, saltándoselo todo. Como aquí. Es que no. Están muy mal diseñados los GT3 y Racing.
48. 1, 0, 5, 6.
Hay un GT3 en real, se comería todo esto. Se iría por encima de los pianos eso. Y aquí en realidad un ET te tiraría hasta ahí. ¿Cómo te vas a meter por ahí, Alberto, tío? ¿Cómo te vas a meter por ahí, picha?
Perdona, muy bien, mi tío, no. Siento de estas cosas, pero...
Es que no lo entiendo, tío, no lo entiendo. No entiendo que un coche se vaya de atrás con un puto alerón, tío. Venga, no. ¿Cómo se va el coche? Con mira el puto alerón que tiene el coche y se va. Venga ya, hombre. ¿Por qué? ¿Porque aceleras? ¿Porque el coche ha botado? ¿Y se va de atrás? Venga, hombre, con un cacho alerón que tiene. Venga, toma por culo ya, hombre, que te traes. Una basura. Un cacho alerón que tiene y tú te vas atrás. Mira eso que tú tienes, el split que tiene, el efecto suelo que tiene y te vas atrás. Venga ya, hombre. Este coche no podría irse nunca en la vida. Que es idiota para ver esto. Más gilipollas para ver esto. Ojalá esto fue una mierda. No lo veo. El puto Norway. ¿Se cree? Bueno, esto es Gran Turismo. Más arcade que toda su puta madre. La Porsche K, venga, la Porsche K. En sordo, mira. Por encima los pianos. Encima de los pianos. Tú puedes coger todos los pianos que tú quieras, si esto es comértelo todo. Bueno, tocando el piano, ¿ves? Si el GT3 no se va en los pianos, porque es imposible que se vaya. Coño, ¿cómo no puedes coger? Ah, no, es que has cogido un saltito. Mira, 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 mira cómo hago esto. Mira, mira, mira el piano. ¡Bumba! Por encima del piano. Si no se va ahí el puto coche y Racing, coño. Que los GT3 no se van en los pianos. Que es imposible que esto está acoplado al suelo. Pues real, ¿eh? Mira ahí el piano. ¿A ver todo lo que buscan? Subirse por encima del piano. Y aquí, ahora te metes en el Racing. No, tú el piano no lo puedes tocar. ¿Cómo que no lo puedo tocar? Mira, mira, mira. ¡Bumba! Por encima del piano. Y lo que hay que buscar, si es todo. Los GT3 lo que buscan es recortar toda la pizza. ¡Bumba! Al piano, fíjense, al piano. Al piano. Y ahora mi Racing no, es porque si tú tocas el piano, salta el coche y te se va. ¿Cómo coño te se va ahí? Canso, puta madre, Guillo y Racing con los putos GT3, por eso no me gustan, porque son irreales totalmente. Una Porsche K. Mira cómo lo nota. Mira, el Revolution. Mira, por encima del piano. Por encima del piano. Y esto lo recortarán. ¡Buah! ¿Qué coño, Racing? No puedes tocar un piano con un GT3. Al revés. Paso por curva mayor porque tiene más de eso. Y los pianos te da igual. Pero si el coche va a sentar al suelo, el coche te va a sentar al suelo. Mira, mira, por fuera, ¿qué pasa? No va a pasar nada. Tío, qué ruptura de GT3, tío, en el Racing. y toca el piano, salta un poquito el coche y se va de atrás. Este no coño se va a ir atrás. Tenemos que modificarlo un poco, el coche no se va a ir atrás, tiene un caso alerón de casi 2 metros atrás. Se van por fuera y todo. ¿Pero has visto alguno que ha trompeado? ¿Cómo vas a trompear? Que esto es Red Ring, vaya. Todo real, ¿eh? Lo que sea. Vamos a poner la carrera donde estuve yo. Con el equipo. ¿Verdad? Campeonato del mundo de desorden. Si veo la carrera donde estuve yo. Esta es. En esta carrera estuve yo llevando un Ford GT. Vamos a ponerla. Ay, perdona.
Championship race.
Ahí.
The important race coming up.
Yo estaba aquí atrás con el camión.
At a circuit that has been plagued with rain this weekend, John Watson. It's looking dryish out there at the moment, though, isn't it?
Well, the sun's shining, the clouds are high in the sky. There, some of them are
Sale el
white, some
coche
of
que
them are
lleve
red,
yo,
and no doubt there's a few even darker ones around. But right now, on the grid, we've been blessed with sunshine. You can actually feel the heat in the sun, but as soon as that disappears, the temperature just falls off the register and it's back onto the parkers, and you've got to keep yourself warm. It made a great
A ver
race
si sale la
yesterday, a great
clasificación.
race for GT3 as well earlier in the day. And if we get the same kind of change in pattern of weather, it'll come on to rain when the cars are on their formation lap, and we'll have a delayed start, and everybody will go on to wet weather tyres.
And it's a great circuit too, it's on a plenty of history.
Yeah, 4.004 kilometers, 16 corners. Many of them are named after great Belgian racing drivers.
Anda, que para aparcar allí el camión no te veo nada. Está aquí justamente, donde veis aquí que os estoy señalando, están los parques de los camiones. Y entra el camión justo. Mira, un curvo en la hamburguesa. Yo como una de esas, ¿eh? Y unos perritos que hacían años en Beito haciendo delante, ¿eh? Mira, con las mamás esas que le ponían en una bolsa. De la clasificación. Francia, Bélgica, España, Navarra. Esto es la clasificación, esto es lo que corría. Rusia, Corea, yo iba ya a toda esta, a la India, eso, pero iba ya a Argentina, pero no, al final no salió. En Argentina iba ahí. En esta, no sé si era la Fórmula la GT1, que en verdad es GT1, no GT3. Era el campeonato GT1. ¿Qué es esto? En verdad es GT1, Gran Turismo, primera posición. De primer orden. Ahora dicen GT3, pero no GT1, ¿verdad? Mira, aquí está ahí. Toda la clasificación del campeonato.
Then it's the two Alenco cars, Thomas Jaeger and Pastorelli in third, Basseng and Winkelhoff in fourth position, and then the A, of course, of Ferraris, Felipe Talaquada, Tony Belanda in fifth, Francesco Castellacci and Enzo E in sixth position, and that regimentation of the teams in their 2x2 format means that the championship standings for the teams are fairly similar. Belgian Club,
Sunred, esto estamos nosotros. Lo de Sunred. Este es el equipo donde iba yo, 0 puntos. Sunred. Este es el equipo que llevé yo en el camión.
That regimented championship standings you can see there split into you know, the 2x2
Un
format
forjete,
doesn't
un
really
forjete.
show
40 un
how
forjete.
varied the racing has been this year and how equal the cars seem to be.
Well, the balance of performance is the key to the new GT1 series that we're seeing in 2012. Of course, everybody believes that the balance of performance is working against their particular brand, and there's been a bit of lobbying. In fact, the Vita 441 BMW team, they did get some relief. They've got a slightly larger restrictor for the BMW engine, and surprise, surprise, it was a BMW that won the first race, the qualifying race on Saturday afternoon.
It's very good to see Milos Pavlovic.
Mira, ese es el coche que llevé yo.
Great issues yesterday.
Para los chavales que iban conmigo. Mira, de España, el coche que llevé yo allí. Forjete, se lo llevaba yo en el camión. Bien, el Fiat GT1 World, no GT3, GT1. Son los GT1. No, GT3. A ver, ponen denominación GT3, pero antes era GT1.
Why they're starting so far down the field, because they had to retire from the qualifying race. As a result, Benjamin Reach will start.
El equipo de China, el equipo de todo el mundo.
And their teammates, meanwhile, Matt Halliday and Mike Marucci all the way up in third place on the grid. The Segway moves around to show the.
Me dieron los chavales que quería estar pegado al resto, a los versos. Digo que yo me corté porque es la primera vez que fui con ellos, yo iba con otro equipo y la primera vez yo me corté. Digo, no, yo estoy en el camión, yo os ayudo aquí, y iba con los neumáticos de un lado a otro corriendo a cambiar porque empezó medio a llover, que iba a llover, que no iba a llover. Estuvo muy guapo.
We don't know if there was slicks or what. It's obviously dry. The circuit is dry, so it's got slicks now. But I'm pretty sure it's going to be heavy rain.
Ya veis que somos un equipo que no es simulación, que hemos vivido de eso, de las carreras en real. No, yo me dedico a los portacoches, vaya, a llevar coches. Yo vivo de los coches, vaya, como quien se dice.
Well, that's very interesting from Thomas Engel. We've seen the rain coming in from that first corner.
Sí, acá fue guapo, ¿eh?
And predicting another shower.
¿Ven? Sacaron esto y empezamos a correr por la pista por la atrás, yendo a por los neumáticos porque empezaba a llover. ¿Ves que estamos como mojados? Y íbamos con seco y pusimos mojados. Y al final fuimos con seco. Fíjate, Aston Martin, qué guapo.
It saturates the track, and you're left really with little choice either as the start
Creo que fue en 2008,
the second race this afternoon to actually red flag the formation and then everybody go back and fit nets to ensure that there isn't a situation where people find themselves in an inappropriate tire in those very wet situations. So Thomas Engel can see from where he is standing on the grid all the way down to turn one, all the way beyond that, over the canal that runs adjacent to the circuit at turns 3 and 4. You can probably see all the way to Brussels, actually in a clear line of sight. But that's what the direction of the weather's coming from. It's sort of north-northwesterly, and it's blowing in pulses, and it's very predictable, usually at the point when the race directors like to get this field underway.
Yes, well, it was that red flag you mentioned earlier in the GT3 race that means we do have a 10-minute delay to the start of this race. So it was meant to get underway in a smidge over 10 minutes, but I think it's actually going to
Pero el
get
campeonato se llama
underway
GT1.
5 to 3 local time. It has been declared a wet race, but as we found out in Nagaro, you don't have to start on the wet tyres.
Well, I would be very surprised if anyone starts as the conditions stand right now on wet weather tyres, and while Thomas Engel did indicate that there is weather on its way, it would be only at the point where the track was sufficiently wet to make it justifiable to change onto the wet weather tyre. And I would imagine that pretty much every car, even on this reconnaissance lap, will be on a dry weather slick tyre. And the track right now is in a dry weather slick tyre condition. It isn't wet tyre, it's maybe just that the expectation by the time the race does finally get underway, it could be a wet track.
Maxime Martin in the Aston Martin. I'm excited to see him actually. He's starting in 9th place on the grid in that Aston, and he has been mighty quick at times so far this season. So I'm hoping to see him haul that Aston Martin up the field. Let's hear from Frank Stick in the 33 Audi. They had real troubles in the qualifying race.
Frank, your hopes for the race?
Sorry? Well, it's difficult to judge. The dry line was starting to come, but already there's some raindrops on the windscreen and it's getting quite dark over there. So Lawrence, who's standing right beside me, should know better. He's living here 50 meters from the track, so I think he should have an advantage, and perhaps at least he can gain some positions.
Thank you.
Yeah, Lawrence Vanthor, who's a teammate to Frank Stippler. If John and I walked out the back of our commentary box, I think we're pretty much at Lawrence's house. That's how close he lives to this Zolder circuit. This is the first time he's raced here though this weekend, despite living here, because he's mainly been hanging around in Formula 3 for the past few years, and Formula 3 don't race around Zolder. Though you saw confirmation that the start will be delayed. It will begin at 5 minutes to 3 local time. About 15 minutes time. There is our pole position car you just saw sliding through. Michael Bartels in the number 18 Vita for One racing team, BMW Z4. There is the 32 car of Lawrence Vanthor. So that's the car we were just discussing. Vanthor is going to be starting that race after, well, he said a difficult decision. He regretted, actually, he took over that Audi yesterday. They stayed on wets when they should have changed to slicks. And Vanthor regretted. Well, there you can see the canal, John. There's a nice little boat going down it, and that weather behind is looking ominous indeed, isn't it?
Well, the only thing missing are the tornadoes that normally are associated with that colour of sky. I mean, that is a black cloud or a massive cloud, and the wind normally is the indicator that it's about to drop all that water on the circuit and the surrounding countryside here in Zolder. Of course, the circuit is surrounded by water anyway, with the canal on one side and there are lakes all around. There's a bit of a fishing area for the locals, a bit of coarse fishing, I gather. And they will be knowing, they just sort of put their hand up and say, yeah, it'll be in 3 minutes or 5 minutes.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's have a chat with Maxime Martin. I said I was excited to see him race. Well, how does he think the weather is going to pan out?
Max, you have an advantage. You have a lot of experience here. You know the track well. It's your home track. What are you looking out for?
It's really difficult because there are some parts wet, some parts dry. It will happen on what the weather is coming now in the 5 minutes. So it's difficult choice. So we'll see.
Thank you.
So he thinks the rain is going to come in about 5 minutes' time, which is, well, that's about 6 minutes before the race is due to start. But you can definitely see that as we look at that view, the clouds are going to the right-hand side. All the dark clouds on the left, the blue sky is on the right. It's.
I mean, again, you can just see looking up as the cars will come over the top of the hill, drop down through turn 7. You can see the contrast of colour of the racetrack and the sky looking the darker almost of the two to me. But the wind hasn't fully picked up, and that's what really is the indicator, is the point when the rain will arrive. And again, some of the support races, the cars have been dropping fluids, probably that's oil, and we did see some of that down at turn 12 for the GT3 race. I think that's probably in that same vicinity, but on the inside of the corner rather than on the racing line where it was previously. But on the grid, it looks great. I mean, there were the odd spot of rain, but anybody starting this race right now would only make one tire choice, and that would be starting slicks, in spite of what they can see ahead of them.
It's that motto, you have to be on the right tyres for exactly the track conditions at the moment. Let's see what Francesco Castellacci thinks. His teammate Enzo Reed will start the car.
It's been a challenging weekend for the whole team this weekend, Francesco. How do you see this race is going to pan out for you?
Well, we're looking forward, of course, to this race. Yesterday's race, we struggled since the beginning, since I started from the pit for losing wheel at the formation lap. But we are starting in very good position now in 7th, and so we'll do a good start, I'm sure, like we did in Logano. So we're looking forward to be the top 5 for sure.
Thank you.
Okay, so the Ferraris, it's worth pointing out, we've had this discussion a lot of times this weekend, but they want it wet or dry. Any kind of intermittent track conditions, and they appear to be up a creek.
It's very much the case, especially with the course of Ferraris. whereas we saw the Russian Bear race team, their cars actually, some reason they look more compliant. Now, everybody's got a choice of car setup as well as they've got a choice of different tyres in terms of wet, dry. So normally in a wet race, where the track is consistently wet, you will make a change to the suspension, the compliance of the car to make the car a little bit more gentle in terms of change of direction rather than being the aggressive dry weather setup. But the two of course, Ferraris look to have the dry setup, whereas the Russian Bear race team on the wet ones. But here in GT1 there are only two Ferrari 458s, and they are the of course the cars, and they seem to be following that policy of the GT3 version, and that has run the car quite stiff. Gives the car a huge advantage in the drive, but it means that the driver's got a right handful, and they do in fact suffer in comparison to some of the competitors.
Absolutely. Let's hear from Mark Basseng. He was leading the race when his teammate Marcus Winkelhock had to retire. Let's see if he can tell us why.
Mark, you should have taken the race yesterday. What was the issue?
Yesterday we had a problem with the stroller. The stroller went flat, spring broke, so a small thing broke, but it was a big result, so just second and sixth.
Were you pushing it too hard?
No, hopefully not. It was just, racing.
And how's the Mercedes now after the warm-up?
It is incredible now at the moment. It will be rain definitely in the next 10-15 minutes, and we have to do a decision. And I never start a race on rain tires in dry conditions, and I don't want to change it now because you will kill the rain tires immediately. But the question is when it starts to rain. After 1 lap, 2 laps, 3 laps, I would say after 4 laps we have now enough advantage to be with the slicks in front and change then to rain tires.
The driver's final decision with regards to the tires?
It must be. I told Marcos, come in if you have the feeling you need to, because the radio is not working. I don't know why. The digital radios have problems here. We'll see. It will be really difficult.
So Mark Basseng worried about where this rain is going to come from, and there you can see it's
That's where it's going to come from.
when it's going to come.
When it's going to come is another matter. And again, all we can do is refer back to the history over the last 24 hours, and inevitably it comes at the point where the cars are about to set off on their formation lap or during the formation lap. Again, just keep an eye on the trees that are behind the main grandstand, and the return straight that goes up the back end of the garage and pits complex. But again, just look at your windscreen, that'll give you an indication, as we've already heard Frank Stipper say, that he was seeing the odd drop of rain. But what we had seen today wasn't the odd drop, it was a deluge. And we think, and that's what was being alluded to by Mark Basseng a minute ago, it's on its way. I mean, every mobile phone, get on a radar, weather radar app. There's nothing special about it. The people in the grandstands are all probably telling them that it's going to rain in 3.777 recurring seconds or something. The weather's on its way. It's a changeable weekend. It's been great for the racing. That's the benefit we've enjoyed of them, and I hope the viewers at home have also enjoyed it.
So the crowd are getting ready to see this race, because the formation lap will be getting underway in 9 minutes time. The formation lap will start. It's drying out all the time from the start finish straight.
Yeah, but just look, the inside line down into turn 1, clearly much damper, not wet, just damper. So anybody who feels brave and wants to take a punt down the inside because they see there's a slightly wider door to put the nose of your car into, will have to be aware that the grip levels will be less there than they will be a little bit further to your right.
So there is the number 4 machine of Enzo Eid. 7th place on the grid for him. He's having to climb up a few orders. Let's hear from our pole position man, Michael Bartels, sitting in his BMW. Hayes at the door.
Michael, you're starting on slicks, but the rain is starting to come down.
No, I'm starting on rain tires. So you gave me a little shock. Well, I think it's... if you're looking to the sky, it's quite dark. So for this, with all the weather in the last days, I think in the moment it's a safe solution, but it can change all 20 minutes. So keep fingers crossed that it was the right decision.
Thank you.
So Bartels then, by the sound of it, starting on the wet tyres in that V1 Racing Team BMW one. Peering out of the window now to try and see what I can see, but there is Marcus Winkelhock in his Mercedes, and it's always difficult with these wheel arches. You can't quite spot whether they're on slicks or the dry tyres. We'll obviously find out soon enough. There are wet tyres on Michael Bartels, as he has just told us. So he's going to be starting on the wet tyre, and that is going to be, well, that's definitely a gamble, isn't it? I mean, the common racing practice is start the race on the tyre that is appropriate. We've also got wet tyres. Is that the other front row car? It is. So 37 Thomas Jaeger also on the wets.
Well, everybody's anticipating what's going to happen, what could happen, and it depends on whether everybody in the grid has opted. If everybody's on wet weather tyres, then the race will start. If half the grid or more than half the grid were on dry weather tyres, there's the possibility that we could see a formation lap being called off and that everybody then clearly hit the wet weather tyre. We can't tell from where we're sitting, and the grid is now being cleared for anybody to get a chance to run around the field of cars to check which are on wets, which are on slicks. But those that are on the wet weather tyre will struggle, and one of the Ferraris clearly on the wet weather tyre there, that's the
Porsche, isn't it?
Beg your pardon, Porsche, the thing in the red is sort of the third place on the grid, the X-Bank Team China Porsche, with Matt Halliday on wet weather tyres as well. So I think the predominance is a wet weather grid.
Yeah, it's certainly looking that way, isn't it? So McLarens are on wets also. So the interesting thing is going to be, John, we're going to find out pretty instantly if any of them are on slicks. I mean, the 38 Mercedes of Marcus Winkelhock is apparently on slick tyres, but we'll be able to find out in a few corners' time who is on the slicks, because they will absolutely blitz the rest of the field.
Well, I mean, if you're a two-car manufacturing team, you put one on slicks and one on dry. That's what you're trying to do, split your options each way. So we see the pulls here, Michael Bartels and the front row Mercedes-Benz alongside of Thomas Jaeger. They're on the wet weather tyre.
Salimos el último, mira. Este es el coche que llevo yo. Ahí. El Ford el que va último.
So, the front two rows of the grid are on wet tyres. We believe that Marcus Winkelhock, the number 38
Mira qué bonito.
on slicks,
Blanco con la línea deportiva en medio azul.
split their bets.
Ay, Pablo, el porquete, hombre, lo bonito que era.
There is, I can officially say, no rain on the start-finish straight. And if the rain does come, it usually starts down here. At turns 3 and 4, that's when the rain begins. That's the direction that the weather is coming from. But let's focus for a little moment. We've spoken plenty about the weather, but the racing, the cars, how things have developed this weekend. It's been a fantastic weekend for Michael Bartels and Yama Berman winning the qualifying race yesterday. Thomas Jaeger will be second on the grid. Matt Halliday third. Porsches have had a fantastic weekend as well, and McLaren's fourth on the grid. It's good to see them finally starting to get to grips. The Hexus team starting to get to grips with the MP45.
Yeah, I mean, the potential of that car not even been scratched. We get a glimpse of it from time to time, but they've had to deal with lots of minor little issues, technical issues, electronic issues, sometimes the turbos. So Hexus team working through all these difficulties to get the car to reach the potential. As I mentioned all the time, that is the nearest. That car is the nearest to a pure race car layout.
Van Lovitz se llamaba.
Experience and understanding of building a strong and rigid structure. That
Van Lovitz se llamaba el piloto.
So here's the little kink at turn 11 down to turn 12. Both Audis are on the slick tyres then. Lawrence Van Thor and Frank Stippler. You can see now, interestingly, there must have been some oil dropped in that last race, because there is cement dust all over the circuit at turn 12.
Right, and that's like the Tory Canyon. I mean,
Vamos toda la pista debajo.
Is corresponding to the amount of gravel and speedy dry, they might want to call it. Fortunately, in this occasion, it's to the right of the circuit and therefore off the braking line, but there is still residue from the GT3 race, where in one of the support races prior to that, somebody dumped a load on the entry on the racing line into turn 12.
I would guess Nicky Mandelov is on wet tyres as well, because he's darting to the left-hand side. And look at the black clouds above here at Zolder. So we've got a mixture of cars on wet tyres, some are on slicks. It's a perfectly dry track at the moment, but the rain is coming. What more could you throw into the mix for a fantastic GT1 Round 2 Championship race here at Zolder? We wait for the lights to go out. Michael Bartel's on pole position, leads the field away. Immediately Maxime Martin gets another stonking start, dives to the inside line. He's on the wet tyres as they come into turn one for the first time. Trying to go around the outside is Thomas Jaeger. Can he move into the lead? The McLaren's got a little bit on the wet, and as a result loses out a little bit. But it's the BMW who leads. Second and third for the two Mercedes. The McLaren's been shuffled down a little bit, as has Nicky Mervanoff in the 17 BMW. They're all safely through the first corner. The rain is there. Are we going to see the slick shot cars begin to slice through the order?
Well, in the opening lap, you can see turns 2 and 3 how damp it was on the line into those corners. So those drivers slicks are having to be very, very cautious. Those on the wet round tyres are enjoying as we run down there. It's like coming up into turn 5 with group of cars.
So the Mercedes has already got a bit of an advantage. All Lawrence fans. I live nearby. I can take my own.
He didn't even attempt. He just lifted across the inside of the curving because there was nowhere else for him to put that on it.
So into turns 8, 9 and 10 they come. And Maxime Martin performing very, very strongly up there ahead of the two Nissan. That's Tony Valanda starting the number 3 car. He's jumped from 13th place well into the top 10 now, and he's going to be making the move on Nicky Mervanoff down into turn 12. He's got the inside line, and through he goes. Does he? Not quite. Mervanoff hanging on around the outside as they kick up all that cement dust, but Valanda goes through.
The amount of rubbish on turn 12 is unbelievable. I don't know why the masters weren't able to brush that clear more efficiently, because when the cars came in, you know, it's like a 24-hour race at Le Mans. The third visibility nearly zero.
Across the line they come at the end of the first lap. Race leader is Thomas Jaeger in the Mercedes. Second place Michael Bartels. Third Marcus Winkelhoff. Matt Halliday is in 4th position at the moment. As Bartels has just lost out, hasn't he? Marcus Winkelhoff has just got past Michael Bartels. And up in the 4th position has gone Maxime Martin in the Aston Martin. So the Porsche drops down into 5th place. 6th and 7th we've got the two McLarens with Tony Valanda on an absolute charge. I think I can just hear rain on the camera there, so I think the wet weather tyres may have been the right move, but at the moment the slick shot Tony Valanda is slicing through the field.
Well, it is. It's just slice and dice all the way through the field. Those at the back who may have started on dry tyres, those at the front that started when the two groups are coming together. There is raindrops on the lens. We're seeing rain fall now as we speak on the pit lane, so that will be rain that will follow the cars round the lap. They're coming down the hill into turn 7. Rain on the windscreen, you can see it there on Lawrence Van Borg's car. And they come into this very tight villain now, chicane 8, 9 and 10.
The Audis though are on slick tyres, we were told, so it's working out well for them in the opening lap or 2. But all of a sudden, if this rain starts coming down, and it is coming down quite a lot.
Ahora tengo quinto.
By the looks of it, the McLaren was on a challenge, but it just got pushed out wide. And Tony Valanda now is up into what, 6th position after starting in 13th place on the grid.
Le vamos ganando
As Matt Halliday attacks around the outside, but the two Mercedes exit out onto the start-finish straight. We think that Winkelhoff is on slicks and Jaeger on wets. Certainly Jaeger is on wets. I thought I saw Winkelhoff on wets, to be honest, on the start line, but it was with the wheel arches on these cars, it's difficult to tell. As Martin goes past Bartels, so Maxime Martin, incredibly, over 3rd place.
Ya no empezaba a llover.
Racing Team Russia.
Ahora corriendo por la pista cambiando neumático.
Ferrari going side by side.
Aunque nos cambiaron de seco a...
Matt Halliday trying to get a move on Michael Bartels coming out of turn 3, coming round into turn 4. Porsche not able to get down the inside. So these 3 cars having their own little battle. 56 minutes of this race remaining, and Maxime Martin using every opportunity and advantage to move it one side of the circuit to the other. That will not be something he needs to do more on the months. But the rain is still falling. It's not quite as heavy as maybe we had anticipated. It was enough to put a light covering of water. There you see the cars coming down. Oh, the Ferrari just about a snap on the back of the car. And then Porsche following the BMW still through turns 9 and 10.
Surprised that Michael Bartels hasn't been able to hold it out at the front, because he is on the wet tyres with the rest of the field. The Audis now are starting to come unstuck on their slick tyres. That 3 car started by Frank Stifler, really backing the back up as Albert von Turnen passes. Is trying to go past Nicky Melnoff, who gets all sideways on the exit of the corner. There is Tony Verlander then. Car of Demustier under pressure, so Verlander has dropped back a little. Look, there's almost 4 abreast, and Maxime Martin is going to move him into second place. Into the pits comes Winkelhock, so maybe Winkelhock was six and he's coming in for wets as Matt Halliday tries to get past. He's going side by side with Michael Bartels down into turn 1. The Porsche is quick in a straight line, and he holds the position. So what is going on with the Al Ingle squad? Into the pits comes Marcus Winkelhock, who was already started on slicks, as he decided that the time has come for wet tyres, as we're about to go really wide down into turn 1. Albert von Turner taxis on the outside of Frank Stifler, but they remain in their positions as they were for the moment.
Well, the dry and tired gamblers have lost the gamble so far. All they can do is believe that this squall is going to go through as quickly as it arrived, the wet tyres onto the Mercedes, and hope by staying out and staying on track that they will actually offset the deficit of lap time against the time it took for those that did go into the pits to put the wet tyres on. Balance will be worked out, they'll take 5 or so laps for example. There you see the Mercedes over the dry timing. Well, with confusion, but it is absolute bedlam that this Lamborghini being dropped off the air tracks. It makes its way out. So, Aston Martin leading the group, and also the Lamborghini, the Mercedes in the pits, and the rain now continuing. And it's coming down. Yeah, it's getting more and more. Literally, it is getting horizontal. That's the wind factor that's been blowing this through all over the weekend.
So we were given absolutely correct information by our team in the pits. Fantastic work by them as Marcus Winkelhock has the fastest lap of the race, but that's because he started on the slick tyres. As soon as the rain started coming down, he thought, no, this is not worth it. As we go on board bumper cam style with the Porsche as it goes past the Audis. These 2 Audis are still on slicks as well. This is Benjamin Lariche, the Frenchman, driving the Exterbank team China Porsche. He slices through, and the Audi really struggling. The number 4 car, Lorenzo E. That Ferrari started on slicks, and he must have had a spin or something because he was 15 seconds off the pace. At the back of the field, he's staying out. Well, they've decided they might, if they've gone for it, they're going to stick with it.
Now, all you can do, you make your decision. Say the time lost now, come in, change 4 tyres, go back out, is probably greater than the time they're losing.
¡Vamos! ¡Ahí va el mío!
It just depends on how long the rain is going to continue falling. Oliver Jarvis is wondering, well, what am I going to do when I get into the car? Wet to dry. You've got a few more minutes to wait before that decision will come. It is still raining. It's not as heavy as we had over the weekend, but still sufficient to keep the increase of moisture on that circuit.
So Milos Pavlovic we saw in the Ford GT, Sunred moving up into 14th place. Oliver Jarvis has been troubled with tyre choices this weekend. It's not working out well.
Have you made another mistake staying out?
That's a good question. I don't know. For me, it was a gamble gone wet because it wasn't raining, but now it's raining quite heavy, but you don't know what it will do in 5 minutes. So I think it's a difficult one. The team had a decision to make. We went with what we thought was right, and we'll find out in the next 20 minutes if we were right or wrong.
So there is Andres Zuber. Maxime Martin. I didn't quite catch the number. Is that Aston Martin? Wet tyres ready for WRT. Unsurprisingly, Oliver Jarvis.
Well, you know, the decision right now, a slick time is about 10 seconds slower per lap than a wet weather time. So if you imagine the length of time it takes to come into the pit lane, do that wheel change, go back out again, you're certainly going to lose the best part of a minute, and therefore can you afford to do 6 laps, 10 seconds a lap slower than the lead car is doing, which is now, of course, a car that's on the wet weather tyre, always was on the wet weather tyre.
And that is the car of Thomas Jaeger, the number 37 at Lincoln.com. Munich Motorsport Mercedes out in front. In second place, incredibly, the Aston Martin of Maxime Martin. Third position for Matt Halliday. Laurence Van Thor having a little bit of opposite lock, and then a big bit of opposite lock. And it's not even it was on the entry to a corner. Power down.
Casi que yo. Teníamos que desmontarle la puerta para que entraran, para poder salir nota que iba dentro del remolque. Teníamos que montar las puertas del piloto, se las desmontábamos para poder salir porque eso se abre nada para arriba, así que no habría dentro de eso, o sea que el que se metía dentro para meter el coche y no podía salir, tenía que entrar con las puertas desmontadas.
The Belgian driver is absolutely on it as he drops down into the right-hander for the Valmont Racing Team Russia car. The man from Okel in Belgium has raced here many a time when he did Formula Renault 1.6 litre in Belgium back in 2006, finishing 4th in that championship. He was here in FIA GT1 last season, and with 50 minutes still remaining, he's going to be challenging for the lead this race before too long.
Remember, he came off the back of a big win Monza last Sunday in the Blanche Championship, winning in pretty much appalling conditions. It never even looked like a dry line at any point at Monza here. This is just literally about a cupful of water in relation to what we had a week ago. But Maxime Martin and the Aston Martin have gelled extremely well. And that's a lot of pressure for Thomas in the lead Mercedes. Half a second was the time between the two cars going across the top finish line at the end of lap 6. And Maxime Martin wants to maintain that momentum, get the Aston Martin in the lead and then take control. Looking to go down the inside but not anywhere near far enough up. But he gets Thomas Jäger to respond and again just shows the nose of the Aston to the Mercedes driver and has to back out of him quicker through the chicane.
He's got to run off. Absolutely. On the outside though, on the run down into turn 7, the blue flag's waving. I'm not really sure why. He's gone around the outside at turn 7. Maxime Martin in the Valmont Racing Team Russia. Aston Martin DBRS 9 moves into the lead of this second round of the season. Car number 25 is under investigation for not having their wheels fitted with the 5-minute board, so that's Darrow Young. He's currently down in last position, unfortunately, after a strong opening to the season. But Maxime Martin ahead now of Thomas Jäger. Matt Halliday is on it as well in the Porsche. He's in 3rd place.
Yeah, well, that's seen what Maxime Martin did to the Mercedes-Benz. He fancies a little bit of action as well. And it was a strong and forceful run by Maxime Martin. He didn't really sit around and wait. We've seen other drivers getting trapped behind a car they wanted to overtake. That was a move by Maxime Martin, which is a classic move up catch the car. Now, can we see Matt Halliday just the grunt of the Porsche out of turn 16, gets alongside the Mercedes-Benz, able to go maybe deeper under brakes, but Jäger just sits there alongside Mercedes into turn 1 ahead. Now for Halliday, another opportunity, maybe not into turn 2. Good run out of 2 through 3. Not close enough. That's the problem, that you've got to get your Porsche that little bit closer to the Mercedes.
Jäger looking a little bit concerned because, sorry, to say Pastorelli looking a little bit concerned because Thomas Jäger is on the wet tyre. He started on the wet, so in theory he should have the pace out there, but he's coming under a lot of pressure. Jäger, a very experienced Mercedes driver, lots of experience with this car. Alinkel team saying that McLaren has got past Michael Bartels. Fred McAvicky in the 4th place ahead of Michael Bartels, so the McLaren's coming to the fore now. So our top 5 are Aston Martin, Mercedes, Porsche, McLaren, BMW. 5 brands in the top 5 positions. It's not very long before Matt Halliday finds his way past. Matt Halliday himself has been fairly well experienced with the Porsche. He started the Porsche Super Cup for 2 years, or 3 years actually, 2009, 2011 he was involved with the Porsche Super Cup. Second in the Porsche GT3 Trans-Tasman Cup in 2004, so he knows his way around one of the German cars as they head down into the final chicane. Is he looking up the inside? Not close enough.
No, the difference between what Matt Halliday is doing with the Mercedes, and he's really couldn't get much closer, and Maxime Martin knew the only way to get the lead of this race was to come up behind the Mercedes and just carry that momentum. He did it. He forced the issue up into turn 5 into the chicane. Matt Halliday is allowing himself to run too close to the back of the Mercedes, and then he's finding that his pace is being dictated by that of the Mercedes. Maybe just drop back a second or so, choose the part of the track with the Porsche strength throughout the floor, and just try and put Thomas Jäger and the Mercedes under pressure. You can see coming into turns 2 and 3, the Mercedes seemingly has a small advantage over Matt Halliday in the Porsche, and just pulls away sufficiently as they get through turn 4 to give themselves a bit of breathing space up the hill into turn 5.
We're already trying to find the wet lines though to try and cool the tires because the rain has eased off. It is still coming down, but only a kind of light drizzle at the moment. Also, The second Aston Martin is up in the 7th place. Andreas Zuber doing a sterling job in that car. He's going to hand over to Sergei Afanasiev. So that will be very interesting to see when they get on the wheel.
Well, that'll be a case of ka-choom. How many more actors are going to get sold on Sunday, this Sunday in Moscow if they get the result that they're currently in position to have?
Very big slide out of turn 11 from Thomas Jaeger through the little kink down into turn 12. And Matt Halliday will be seeing this and taking note of where the Mercedes is strong. Up at the front though, Maxime Martin, once he got past, has disappeared. It was 3.2 seconds on that last lap. It's going to be more like 5 or 6 as they cross the line this time. Halliday looking to the outside, Jaeger moving across on him. There's almost a little bit of nudging coming through the final chicane, but this should give Halliday a good run. The Porsche is strong in a straight line. He looks to the outside. The Mercedes is one of the heaviest cars in the field, and Matt Halliday with a better drive out of the final corner gets along the outside and gets into second place.
Yeah, good job. Worked hard to get it in, trying for 3 or 4 laps, but makes a mistake on turn 1 and gives it up again. All the good work that did to get that place. He loses on the edge of the turn 1, ran too wide. Thomas Jaeger didn't meet the invitation. He saw the opportunity, gets that Mercedes back in, and now look at the Porsche coming through turn 3. You can see how much load is in the rear of that car. So, Matt Halliday, you've done it once, we've seen how you can do it. The trouble is, Thomas Jaeger knows also how you did it, so he will be more prepared and be more defensive from now on.
Into turns 5 and 6, this is the continuing battle over second place in this race. It's a 5-second lead now for Maxime Martin. Out in front in the Valmont Racing, Team Russia Aston Martin. And I don't think I thought I saw a stationary yellow, but it must have just been some signage down there in turn 5. Here's a look at the replay. He got past on the outside. The move was done before he got to the corner. He didn't need to outbrake anymore.
No, the pass all started in the middle of turn 15 to 16, just quicker off that final chicane. But there, runs wide, picks up the white line, can't get the grip. Car's being dragged off track. He needs to go to the throttle to correct the momentum of the car. So back to live action. Can he do it for a second time? He's knew how to do it once. But again, the Mercedes just puts itself on the little racetrack. Again, right under, bumping into the bumper of the Mercedes-Benz, almost shunts the car forward and having under the throttle to correct it once again, but not close as he was. But look again, good straight line speed. Can he get it done this time? But they
almost turn way down into turn 1.
Watch for the cutback. People are trying on the swing. The Mercedes coming out. And again, they can do the same thing, try to dive up the inside of the turn.
Está corriendo el Mercedes al Porsche de la...
In the second position, the Mercedes holding on at the moment. Thomas Jaeger racing Matt Halliday hard and fair through the right hand at turn 2, then through 3, and now into 4 before the run onto the back straight. This is allowing Maxime Martin to extend an 8-second advantage up at the front of the field. Where can Halliday then do it next? He's been very, very impressive so far. He's trying to pull off the same move every time. It almost looks as though he tried to squeeze Jaeger. Jaeger came back at him and Halliday got spooked a little bit. That McLaren flying through the chicane.
Well, the McLaren's running quicker than the 2 cars ahead of them, but Newell's is within a country mile of Maxime Martin. He did a 1 minute 40.4 in this last lap. These 2 cars battling over second place are running in the middle 143s. 4th place car, the McLaren of Fred Makavicki, running in the middle 142. So Makavicki has got a clear run towards the battle for second place. He will catch up to the Porsche, no doubt, and the Mercedes, but of course he will then have the same issues that we're seeing Matt Halliday having to deal with.
Tony Belanda slicing past Nicky Mann up on the run down through turn 7. Belanda has been mighty fast. He's got a great start. I'm not quite sure what happened to him because he's now up a position side by side again. Oh, he's got a wheel on the grass. There's contact going into the final chicane. Halliday just trying to push the limits too much again. But equally, he was squeezed over by Jaeger.
Yeah, and what Jaeger did, he was entitled to do. It was a case of 2 cars going for the centre of the racetrack. There was contact, and Matt was always going to be in a losing situation by being on the outside of the approach. So that's it. Watch you see, comes out of the chicane on the left-hand side of the track, comes over to the right. Matt Halliday is in no man's land, and he has nowhere to go. He's got a Mercedes bearing down on him like Titanic, and he's got the grass and the white line on the outside. No man's land is nowhere to be in the motor race.
The Audis that are on slick tyres are now 3 seconds a lap faster than anyone else. They are currently doing 1 minute 40.6s, whereas Maxime Martin, our race leader, is 42.3. So actually they're not quite that far off the mark, not that much to the mark now, but
No pasa absolutamente nada.
they're
Me va haciendo casi como entonces
they're only 50 seconds off the lead now, and that's not what it will take to do a pit stop. So they need it to dry out quickly now.
Well, I mean, I think a pit stop for 4 tires, the total time for the pit entry, which is quite a long entry, then into the pit lane, 60 kilometers per hour, 4 tires changed with 2 people doing it. It is a marginal call, I think, where we are right now, and the balance of whether it was right to stay out or whether it was right to come in and change the Matt Halliday. The Porsche drifts it all the way through turn 5 and 6, out of the exit of turn 12, and this is the part of the racetrack that he's tried on a number of occasions. The last time up he went to the right, wrong thing now, he looks to go to the left, and again he's just going to get under the throttle here. Now he's got the chance to get on the gas, try the Porsche, use all the benefits of the rear of that car, having more weight than any other car in this race. Got the speed, now go to the outside once again. Jaeger will use the width, the size of the Mercedes, and Matt Halliday hasn't got the car far enough, but he can make the cutback, depending where Jaeger edges the corners.
Te tienes que tirar bien al interior si quieres pasarlo, si no, no va a poder.
Not closing up
Tienes que
yet,
darle.
just going a little bit slower on the apex than he needed to. Mike Parisi, when he was starting to get suited up there, he's got 4 minutes to go before the window
But
opens.
you never know when a driver is preparing to take over a drive. Certainly in my experience, you want to make sure that you're prepared 5 minutes in advance of the earliest opportunity before that car may come in. Because if it's given at the earliest opportunity, you need to be ready, composed, breathing calmly. So as you get into the car next to you, then you can look at this battle going on the second the two Astons.
And Tony Valanda right up behind, so Valanda is right with Andreas Zuber. I wonder if Valanda was on slick tyres, because he stormed through the field at the start, then he fell backwards, but now he's on the pace again. So I wouldn't be surprised if Tony Valanda in the number 3 AF Corsa car was out there on slick tyres and could well be in with an excellent chance. And there's a spin, that's Benjamin Lariche.
que iba
He
segundo.
looks like he's got involved perhaps with some of the, I reckon he's got involved with the Audis down there at turn 4. He's going to get pushed backwards.
Not ideal, not
Here
ideal.
we go. Yep, it's the 33 Audi that's gone up the inside of Benjamin Lariche. He's going to do it all by himself, isn't he?
Benjamin Lariche just almost got a case of the fright must be put on him. He was well clear of the Audi. The Audi went down the inside and he just sort of went, oh, what are we going to do?
Down into turn 1 comes second place man Thomas Jaeger,
Ahí va Matar.
11.6 seconds, the gap of the front. Fred Makubicki is on his way to joining the party, lapping about 2 seconds a lap quicker at the moment. Halliday is starting to fall back a little bit. Let's hear from Pierre from Audi. This tyre strategy might just work out for them.
Yeah, 3 seconds a lap quicker. Looks like you got what might possibly pay off for you with the slick tires.
Well, it depends of the weather, because sometimes it rains, sometimes it doesn't rain, so it's a complete lottery. At the moment, it looks good, but it will change in 5 minutes' time. We don't know.
Thank you.
There is the 32 Audi, the current second place Audi. Enzo Ede has gone past the merchant. So Enzo Ede is another driver coming back to the fore now. He started on the slick tyres, they hung on in there. So effectively, it's the Audis and the McLarens who stayed on the slicks, who started on the slicks, I should say, and are now starting to reap the benefits. Up the inside is Darrell Young trying to get past Milos Pavlovic in the Sunred Ford GT. Out on the start-finish straight.
And that would actually be a simple move for Darrell Young, and the 4 GT is still at a very early phase in this development. And Pavlovic's done a very good job to keep what I would consider to be the quicker of the 2 cars, that Lamborghini behind it. But now that's Darrell Young tries to really, did he hit the brakes? The Lamborghini looked really, really squirrely. And I thought there was going to be side-to-side contact, but now again, look at the speed of turn 3. And the wrong side of turn 4, but it isn't able to make anything of them.
Into the right-hander at turn 4, Oh Young might be able to pull alongside the back straight. He does. Now Oh Young has pitted very early on, and I think he then changed to the wets. It's now getting to the stage where he might need to want to change back to the slicks, so that was the difficulty he had, because there's no rain there at the moment. He is past Milos Pavlovic. This is Tony Verlander continuing his charge. He's now about to make his way past Michael Bartels, isn't it? Down into, no, that's 70, sorry, Nicky Mayer-Malnoff. Down into the right-hander, sorry, so that's Enzo Ede, Nicky Mayer-Malnoff, and Frank Stippler. I apologise for that. Lawrence Van Thorp in the 32 Audi. So this is all the battle over 10th position now.
Interesting, it is the first sector of that last lap went to Enzo Ede in the Ferrari in 10th place. Now it's gone to the sister car, the number 3 of Verlander. It's gone quickest in that first sector. So clearly, tyres are coming, their strengths are coming through as the pit lane window has now been opened. It's open for 10 minutes. And some are going to come in at the earliest opportunity. I wonder what we're going to see. Maxime Martin, he's got a 12.6 second advantage at the end of lap 14. He's coming up lap 15, staying on the wettest part of the track to keep those wet weather tires as cool as possible, and he's going to stay out. The balance of performance is still not to the advantage of the slick tire. The speed that we're seeing back in Martin running in the low 143s and 43.0 the last time against what would be a dry time at the minute of a 140. That's Lawrence Van Thorp. Porter in, Matt Halliday's coming in to hand over to Mike Parilli.
So he's going to try and get the undercut with the slick tyres, I would imagine, as the Mercedes carries on, the McLaren carries on. And this is where the gamble has not paid off for Audi, because everyone is coming in to change their tyres now, but they've managed to be able to hold it until the pit lane window has opened, as into the pits comes Michael Bartels as well. So he's going to hand over to Yama Berman. So this is, as I say, this is where the gamble didn't pay off for Audi, because everyone else is coming in to change on the slicks now, and they're going to have to change as well because of the mandatory driver swap. So,
well, they're going to do the driver swap. They aren't necessarily mandatory required to change tires.
No.
There are slicks they can stay on them. They can take the option of put on a fresher set of slicks, but I would have thought if you've got a nice set of hot slicks, you're going to keep those on, not put on a brand new set of stone cold slicks.
So there is the Morna Motorsport squad getting to work. They have struggled a little bit with their pit stops, mainly because they are predominantly an endurance team. In a 24-hour race, you know, you have to, whenever you come into the pit stop, you have to fill the tank to the brim so you can poodle around, change the tyres casually. But that's not the case here. Mike Parisi, though, that looked like a slicker stop, and he's comfortably out ahead of Michael Bartels, ahead of whoever is coming out behind, into the pits for their second pit stop. Comes Marcus Winkelhock, and Mark Vastain climbs in.
Just watching Marcus Winkelhock, he got on that car so quickly, and that's part of the teamwork. You're trained to do that. You get yourself fit that you can get in and out, and see the second of those two McLarens, and that's Enzo, that's Tony Verlander in the Ferrari, and Tony Verlander has been setting personal bests in the first sector. He did have overall quickest time in the first sector. It's gone to the sister car of Enzo Ede, who now once again is quickest in sector 1.
Albert Von Turn and Taxis is handed over to that man, Thomas Enger. He's going to be taking over as we go on board with Lawrence Van Thorp. He stays out after it looked like he was having a little battle with a McLaren down there. Possibly Gregoire de Musquier. Yes, Gregoire de Musquier, you can see they're coming in. Also coming in is Andreas Zuber. He's going to hand over to Sergei Afanasyev. It will be great to see the Aston Martins get a point. They haven't picked up any points so far this season, so they're looking set for a strong result. It depends how quickly Alexei Vasilyev can drive that Aston Martin once he hands over to, once he takes over, I should say, from Maxime Martin. The guys on slicks now, though, Tony Verlander, 1 minute 36. That is 6 seconds quicker than Maxime Martin, our race leader. So Martin, even if Vasilyev is a little bit of a slower driver than Martin, he needs to come in now and soon.
Well, the question is, can the slick tire and Vasilyev get, can it stabilise the time that they are losing now? But I don't know whether Maxime Martin is going to stay out and continue, and I think he'll stay out in that car as long as, because the pace of Maxime Martin, in spite we have a battle of the Aston, the second of those Russia Astons, and the McLaren down in the pit lane. But Maxime Martin, I think, will stay up until the limit in spite of losing lap time to the quickest of the slick tire cars.
So, out of the pits comes the Aston Martin, and there is Maxime Martin. They're about to put on his teammate, although Maxime Martin hasn't made the stop. Sergei Afanasiev is now going to do battle with Alvaro Parente. So Villander now is up into second position, but Thomas Jaeger has made his pit stop, as has Makabicki. So the Ferrari's in front of these two. This is going to be a nice little pit stop battle. Hector's now equal two of the best pit stoppers out there. And then when Tony Villander comes in, we'll see what kind of performance he can do. But there's Steph Dusseldorf, the very tall driver, about to fold himself into that Hexus McLaren. This is a great little pit stop battle going on. Who's going to be quickest? Both of these teams pride themselves on being fairly rapid when it comes to pit stops. The door is down on both of them. Who's going to be going down on the Jags? The Mercedes came in front. Ahead of the McLaren.
Well,
McLaren's very close. McLaren's done it.
And again, that's the Hexus team. They've always been outstanding at pit stop, and they've stolen the place in the easiest possible manner, and that is during a pit stop. And that'll be disappointing for Nicky Pastorelli to have that place lost at the point, just literally as they were leaving the pits.
Yelmer Berman, you saw there in the BMW, that was very close to the white line on the exit there for Nicky Pastorelli. He needs to be careful with that. Well, hopefully that won't cause any issues. Plunging down the hill then is Frank Stippler, now on his, well, has always been on his slick tires. He's up to fifth place, he's lapping pretty quickly. He's got Enzo Eve behind him, who also is performing very strongly as our race leader. Maxime Martin enters the pit lane and hand over to Alexei Vasiliev. Let's see what kind of pit stop the Valmont Racing Team Russia guys can turn around.
Well, the key will be what will happen after Maxime Martin gets out of that car, because Alexei Vasiliev is not going to run at the pace. But a good pass down the inside of the Mercedes, so that's the second of the two cars by Mark Bassan. Get it out eventually.
He's just got past, I think that was Pastorelli has got back into the flow a little bit and is now going to be attacking. Is that Mike Parisi right behind them? I think it is in the Porsche. Alexei Vasiliev in the car, about to take over, and here comes a look at the inside from Pastorelli. So it's Steph Dusseldorf, Nicky Pastorelli, and Mike Parisi in this three-car battle over, I think, what will ultimately be second position, depending on how quick the slip cars can come. Parisi has a look at the inside, not close enough.
But we've seen how quick the Porsche is in relation to this car over the previous lap, when Matt Halliday was battling away. Look at the speed off the corner. That's an error from Mercedes running wide on the curve. Just suddenly seems to go back. And look, he's done. Where did he find that? It's like he turned the turbo boost up. Of course, there's no boost on this car, but that's exactly what it looked like. Suddenly, the Porsche got rip and bite and just rocketed ahead of the Mercedes, and then took the McLaren in the same stride.
Well, that was an incredible exit from the final corner for the Porsche. He has pitted a couple of laps earlier, and now
Parente got a problem.
Parente, he might just be struggling with the slicks because there's a bit of rain coming down once more. Don't forget that Porsche has been out for a couple of laps now. It's probably up to grips with the tyres and all that kind of thing, because he has bolted further on up the road.
And the rain is
looking to the
falling.
outside. Now he comes back to the inside. Self Parente the dummy, and Miss Pastorelli about to get through. There's always contact. They both go straight on down to turn 5 and 6. Oh,
Well, the McLaren struggling. I mean, you can see how clearly that car is struggling for traction. Just cannot get temperature and grip in those rear tires. Both cars went over the chicane, so there's no gain or advantage. But the McLaren really struggling in these tricky conditions. Now being challenged by what was the bull sitting BMW, being driven by Yelmer Berman. He's going to get past the McLaren on the run down into turn 12.
yeah, up the inside he comes, and will he be able to be later on the brakes? That McLaren really struggling in these wet, dry conditions, and this is side by side. This is for the lead, isn't it? This is Mike Parisi going past, well, what will be the ultimate lead, I think, going past Alexei Vasiliev. So Mike Parisi moving up into, well, we'll find out when they come across the line this time. Don't forget, the pit stop window is still open as Vasiliev throws it around the outside. The Ferrari hasn't stopped, neither of the two Audis, but I think ultimately that was the move for the lead of the race.
They've got 1 minute to get it done. They will all be in on the end of this lap. So we're seeing this battle of the McLaren. Right there's the Ferrari and Tony Villander. He's in immediately. But it is strange to why has the McLaren really struggle on those slicks.
And a spin for Nicky Pasquarelli. Out of turn one, he's facing the wrong way. Gets it going again. But all that hard work to try and get past the McLaren is undone. Drive-through penalty for car 6, which is a shame. That's Sergei Afanasiev. He's going to have a drive-through penalty in his Aston Martin. His wheels were not fitted at the 5-minute board. Into the pits comes Tony Verlander. Slicks off, I think. Surely, slicks on.
But the brand new set of sticker tires, so there will be a marginal performance advantage once those tires are up. Actually, that is a brand new one as well. So Ferrari are opting to get everything they can out of a new set of Pirelli tires.
The two Audis are in as well at the same time. Have they got enough pit crew for that? Yes, they have.
Live into a hole.
So the two Audis come in. This will be a good little inter-team battle. And looking out the window, because Ferrari hasn't left yet. And I'm just looking to see where Mike Parisi will be. Ferrari heading out of the pits now, unless Parisi has already gone through.
I think he has gone through.
He must have done. So Verlander about to head out of the pit lane.
Well, in fact, he hasn't done before.
I think this Ferrari's going to be into the lead here, John. So Tony Verlander, we weren't sure if that was going to be the move.
Coming on the turn 16, the
Audis are coming out. So out of the final corner, across the start-finish straight comes Mike Parisi. Is he going to be able to get past the Audis? This gamble didn't look like it had paid off at all. But Tony Verlander leads the race, and the number 3 AF Corsa Ferrari is going to be so close to second position. And it is Mike Parisi just who gets out in front of the 33 car of Oliver Jarvis. Then 4th position is going to be the second Audi.
And you can see the reason why Oliver had to be so cautious leaving the pit lane, because he's on slicks. He hasn't been out on the track in these conditions. They're cold tyres. He hasn't got the grip. The tyres that are on the Porsche are up to temperature. And Mike Parisi was able to use all the benefits of the 4-lap advantage over the pit stopping, the late pit stopping Audis, and swept past or to obtain the lead.
But here comes Yelmer Berman. There's our race leader then, Tony Verlander. But that's the back marker, Ren Way now. But behind him is our race leader, Tony Verlander. But there's going to be a challenge for 3rd place before too long, because Yelmer Berman in the BMW already up to temperature with his slick tyres. So is this Verlander struggling, isn't he? This is going to be a challenge for the lead. Parisi sends it up the inside into turn 12. And Mike Parisi, does he take the lead? Yes, he does. He's back into the lead of this race. Verlander struggling to get heat into those slick tyres, struggling all over the place, and Parisi is back in the lead.
Well, the traction of the Porsche's not. Remember, the engine's stuck out behind the rear axle. The Ferrari's got the engine ahead of the rear axle. That all contributes to helping get the Porsche get tyre temperature and also good traction as the sister Porsche moves over to the right-hand side of the track. And again, Mike Parisi, we saw him sweep by the McLaren and the Mercedes some laps ago, and that car just seemingly has got grip and bite out of every corner, be it low speed or high speed.
Yelmer Berman did manage to get past Oliver Jarvis. As you can see, Jarvis is running to try and get some pace up. The other Audi has lost out 2 positions. It might be another one, because Nicky Pasquarelli is on the outside. This is side by side for 6th position, and Stefano Telli gets passed around the outside. So the gamble almost seemed to pay off, but it's taken them so long to get heat in those slick tyres, they're really struggling.
Yes, it did, but they stayed out as long as they could, because they realised that would be our best option. But the downside of that best option was those that had stopped earlier, but on the slick. By the time then the Audi went back out, they were falling into the group of cars that had hot slicks and were able to drive much more quickly than the Audis. Once the Audis get those tyres up to temperature, which they ought to be able to do by the end of this lap, or certainly one more lap, they will run at the pace of the front-running car. Right now it is the Matt Halliday Mike Parisi car, but their last lap was the 138 against the car of the
And that's the move for second place. Berman's just got past.
Berman did a 37.5, half a second a lap quicker than the lead car, and certainly quicker than the second car that was the second, the Ferrari of Salaguarda.
Yeah, we go on board now with Philippe Salaguarda, and he of course took over from Tony Verlander at that pit stop as he hacksaws at the wheel. So I think I may have mentioned it was Verlander in the car, but of course Salaguarda took over at the pit stop. So let's take a breath. With 20 minutes to go, our order is Mike Parisi out of the front there in the number 9 Porsche. Second place, Yelmer Berman in that 18 V1 Racing Team BMW. Third place is Philippe Salaguarda, starting to get to grips. That car is a back marker. 4th position is Matt Jarvis, and 5th is Steph Dusseldorf. Let's hear from Matt Halliday. He must be delighted with how things have gone.
Matt, tremendous tip by yourself, but now Mike is on fire out there. Is he going to be able to bring it home?
you know, like there's nothing we can do now. It's all over to him. Really tricky. Obviously, we made the right call on the grid with the wet tires. It was again like yesterday, or like the theme of the weekend, right before we go, to make a tricky decision to manage the wet tires on a dry track and then to push. It was good. It was close. I mean, you know, we've all done a perfect job. Now let's just focus on the pace on the track and you know see what the weather does. And Mikey's in the car. He'll hopefully bring it home for us in first.
Thank you.
Battle over fifth position. Steph Dusseldorf holding on at the moment in the McLaren. Almost gets some wheels on the white line, and it's not going to be for too long before Nicky Pasquarelli glides past up the hill. He's going to be on the outside line. This could be contact down through the kick at turn 7. Pasquarelli holds on all the way around the outside. Can he get it stopped in time? Yes, he can. Fantastic move from Pasquarelli.
And it all began with a little error going into turn 5. Steph Dusseldorf just got the rear wheel onto the white line, caused the car to move slightly, and that lost momentum and gave it back to Nicky Pasquarelli in the Mercedes. Got alongside the edge and up the hill and just topped it out all the way around turn 7.
And on the brakes then they make their way past Renway. Yes, it's the Audi. It's Oliver Jarvis has gone off down there at turn 12. He recovers back onto the circuit, but Jarvis from 4th position now drops down into 6th place, and that promotes Nicky Pasquarelli up into that 4th position. So really tricky conditions out there still, even though they're every single car on the slick tyres. There is no rain coming down, but it's still that kind of greasy track that it feels like we've had all weekend.
And Pierre Didone, who masters all the Audi GT1 events, keeping an eye on this, the decision to start on slicks on both those Audis. Well, they thought they'd made the right call, but certainly I would have put one on wets and one on dries.
So here we can see 3 cars all in a train coming through this left and right. 3 brands absolutely nose to tail. There's a go to the back again.
Yeah,
This is the back.
he gets spun round.
Oh yes, it does. So it was the look up the inside from Mark Bassett. It all just got a bit too close for comfort. Really, I think that was Thomas Enger involved there too.
He was a beneficiary of all that.
Yeah. Across the line then, down into the left-hander comes the number 6 car. I was just about to mention this actually, Sergei Afanasiev. He's been given a drive-through penalty, but he hasn't taken it yet, and it feels like that was quite a long time ago. Here's Alexei Vasiliev, I think, in the Aston Martin, about to be overtaken. Through comes Alvaro Parente. All of them appear to cut the chicane. It's difficult to figure out exactly what happened. Thomas Edgar is in that battle. Mark Bassett is looking up the inside into turn 11. Vasiliev is starting to back them all into one another. The Lamborghini now is going to go up the inside into turn 12.
Well, he's going to try, but he's going to get the braking done in a way that he can take the car alongside. Well, they get on this thing and off the track almost left. It was a simply drive. And, well, for Thomas Enger, that was a bit of a relief because he wasn't really going to get the job done. He needed that assistance. And now he's got the pressure all over again from behind. And Thomas Enger, hopefully...
That puts him to 8th place, I think. Now he's...
breathing over the back.
Actually, no, Parente is in 8th place. It's 9th place for Thomas Enger and 10th place for Mark Bassett. Into turn 1, they come with 17 minutes remaining. The gap at the front is coming down by about a second a lap. Yalma Berman, second quicker than Mike Parisi on that last lap, so the battle for the lead is definitely not over. Then Berman second, Salaquana third, Pasquarelli fourth, fifth is Dusseldorf, and we are continuing to watch the 38 car of Mark Bassett try and get past Thomas Enger. They lost their front badge yesterday. That car, and someone walking down the pit lane holding it as a little bit of a souvenir. There's another one out there up for grabs today if anyone here is older fancies going on a bit of a treasure hunt.
Mark Bassett is going to focus on the back of the Lamborghini. Thomas Enger, of course, every bit as experienced as Mark Bassett. In a car that sometimes performs well, whereas the Mercedes is considered to be the more consistent. You can see how much of the inside of the corner road, having Mark Bassett taking huge chunks of it. There, the pass that the current simply said Dusseldorf got out position, was too quick into the corner, and then touched literally on the top of the hill. But the Mercedes just drove the long way around and got it done.
Yeah, we go on board with the Mercedes. You can see how long that bonnet is on Mark Bassett's car. He is chasing down Lamborghini still over 9th position. Alexei Vasiliev has recovered after that little off down at turn 12. So that's good to see. Side by side, Renway battling with Leo. This is solely, of course, in the car. I think they are separated by a lap, but Renway is starting to find a little bit of pace now in that quarter. They've got Matthias Lauda behind, but Matthias Lauda is a lap ahead of these guys. Ford GT still running strong, and it's good to see it out there. We'll see what the next time out in the bar.
Yeah, they virtually sleepless 3 nights trying to get this car ready, and problem with the gearbox, and secondly, got it fixed. The car looked a handful, frankly, when we saw it in practice. Looking much better now, but under pressure from Matthias Lauda, the lights flashing, I walked through.
There are the two Audis almost together. There's Matthias Lauda, Yelmer Berman making his way past the back marker. Only 3.7 seconds now. It was 2 seconds the gap came down on that last lap, and there are the two Audis having a battle. The gap came down by another second on that last lap, so the gap at the front is down to just 2.7 seconds. With 14 minutes to go as these Audis squabble. Jarvis ahead of Ortelli. Once again, as we saw in Nagaro, Jarvis having to defend heavily from his teammate, who is trying to get past as they head over the start-finish straight once more. The 33 car yet to finish ahead of the 32 car this season. I think Jarvis will be quite pleased if he can manage to pull it off. Yellow Burns going purple in sector 1.
Yeah, Jarvis was very unhappy, very disappointed with the outcome of Nagaro 2 weeks ago, and his same situation, he's having to defend from his own teammate, and 2 cars. There's a point lapping same lap time, but the battle really, the sort of focus of the battle was going to be for the lead. With Mike Parisi being hauled in by Elmer Berman in the BMW, and there was just over a second to the advantage of the BMW on that last lap. On lap 27 with 13 minutes and 50 odd seconds to go.
Through the right-hander at turn 5 and 6 they come then, starting to climb the hill. The left-hand kick down there at turn 7. It doesn't look as though Stefano Ortelli's close enough to make a move together. They cloud those curves on the bottom. Francesco Castellacci is just there. Fastest lap of the race on lap 26 at 32.333. And he's currently in 11th place.
Just watch this race on board with Ortelli. He clearly is quicker. You can see that he's been making moves. And he's tapped the back of Jarvis. I mean, that was not intended. You don't do it to your own teammate, but I was watching through the previous 4 or 5 corners that this Ortelli car was getting closer and closer. Simply, the lap time was with Ortelli less than with Jarvis.
Well, if things stay how they are, Ortelli and Vanthor will remain at the top of the championship standings, but Mike Parisi and Matt Halliday will jump all the way from 9th up into 2nd position. Here's the replay. The run down into turn 12. He's not, I don't think he was even thinking about making a move.
No, to me it was just Oliver was very slow into the corner, and I've seen that the Ortelli car had been quicker in the previous corners. He was able to brake a little bit later. He seemed to get on the car a little bit earlier, and it was inevitable. Not inevitable, but the incident was unfortunate. But it was inevitable that Ortelli will find a way around the Jarvis car.
So into turn 12, there is Yelmer Berman. He is right on the back of the race leader now. There is Mike Parisi. Yelmer Berman is behind. Let's hear from the man who took the opening stint in that 18 car.
Michael, qualifying race winners, can you be championship race winners?
In the moment it looks it's a very tight battle with Mike Parisi and Yelmer, my teammate. But I think we have a very quick car at this moment. I think Yelmer is absolutely flying. Under the conditions with the light rain and the BMW in these conditions looks like it's very strong. In the first stint on the rain tires and drying circuit was very difficult. I tried to manage just to stay on the circuit, not to do a mistake, because it was difficult to drive. But now we are right on the spot, and it's 12 minutes to go, and everything is possible for the victory.
Thank you.
Michael Bartel's feeling positive. There's his teammate Yelmer Berman. Took over the car halfway through this race and has slowly begun to hunt down the Porsche in front as they make their way past Renway in the Cesta Porsche.
But the key will be the traffic that's ahead. There are 2 cars ahead. One is the sister car of Lauda, the BMW of Lauda, the other is the Lamborghini. And that's an opportunity for, certainly in the case of Mike Parisi, to try and use that traffic to stem the attack from Yelmer Berman over these cars. And Mike Parisi chucks that line and then around, and Yelmer Berman follows literally in the speed track. So Porsche gets past the Lamborghini. Will the BMW get it done before turn 12? Doesn't look like it's going to be as generous a pass for the BMW. BMW as opposed to the Porsche.
So there's a bit of contact in there as well, and also how readily will the sister BMW move over out of the way of the Porsche? Matthias Lauda can do a nice little bit of teamwork here. Up the inside, no, yes, eventually the 25 car of Peter Cox leaves the door open for Yama Berman to come through. Mike Parisi, though, is still struggling to get past that BMW. The sister BMW being lapped now by Matthias Lauda. He goes up the inside, Matthias holds it in around the outside. So not seeing the blue flags or not respecting the blue flags of Matthias Lauda. This could play into the hands of Lauda's teammate, Yama Berman, who is closing in rapidly.
Well, Yelma Berman lost out with a little engagement with the Lamborghini, but now he's gaining because the sister car to Berman is doing much the same to the Porsche. In other words, it's slowing it down and letting the Porsche drop back. And again, Matthias Lauda got the run out of turn 4, has been able to maintain the gap to the second, in fact, the lead car in this race right now. And up Yelma Berman right back where he was just about up to go on the tail of the Porsche.
Down through the left-hander, Berman desperately trying to close in on Parisi, and his teammates doing a very good job. Very experienced racer, Yama Berman. He's already had a championship race victory in GT1. Only did one round last year in San Luis, and he won it. Is he about to move into the lead of the championship race here at Zolder? He's going to look for the inside into turn 12. Is he? No. Matthias Lauda is doing a very good team job as they turn through turn 12. Now out to the back chicane. What's Lauda going to do? Is he going to just, he moves to the inside line and then moves back to the outside. Parisi knows he's got to, if he wants to get past Matthias Lauda here, he's got to do a proper overtake.
It's going to happen here on the edge of the turn 16. The Porsche should have that little bit of an additional drive. The good straight line speed, he's been forced to go the long way. Is he going to get far enough ahead of the BMW this time? Yes, he has. So he's gotten through now. Matthias has got to get out of the way and let that second place BMW. But remember,
he's let Peter Cox through. He let Peter Cox through as well.
Exactly.
Well, it was a difficult moment for Matthias Lauda and Nicky Mayanov. Disappointed, let's say, with how that turned out. But that means we can now resume the battle for first place. Mike Parisi leading. Yelma Berman second. Berman, who had a strong single-season career. Never won anything major, but the people he finished behind, impressive names. The British F3 2006 finished behind Mike Conway on the Jarvis, Bruno Senna. 2007 he finished 6th in F3 Euro Series behind Roman Grosjean, Sebastian Loeb, Nico Hülkenberg, and Claudio Kobayashi. As we see McLaren's battling with Audis on the run down into the today.
It's the Audi, this one Stefano Telly, the car in tag, the teammate car, Oliver Jarvis, currently the quickest car on that. Stefano Telly, we saw that was a quick car behind Jarvis, but it's now being confirmed in the timing and scoring fastest lap on the race, 1:31.581, and right now it's going to be a tough job for Seth Dusseldorf to hold that Audi behind. Telly has got the pace. It's a question of whether he can carry that pace forward, or will he be stalled right behind the McLaren as they come to turn 11 and run through into 12.
And he's 2 seconds of that quicker, so you would think 2 seconds of that would be enough to manufacture a way past. The gap at the front is just 1 second, but time is running out. There's only 7 minutes to go. Look how quickly Ortelli has closed in on Steph Dusseldorf. I think that last lap from Dusseldorf was a bit of a slow one. Nevertheless, into the chicane, Stefan Ortelli, former Le Mans 24 Hours winner, is excelling in this sprint race format as he comes across the line. Into the inside, nowhere near close enough. That's McLaren fairly strong in straight line.
Well, I think the two cars are pretty very similar, but the strength of the Audi had been around this part of the circuit. He was picking up time there on the straight down into turn 1. There didn't appear to be a huge difference. You see this battle for the lead continuing. The Porsche is still in the lead by, what is it, 0.990 of a second.
And interesting, on that last lap, Michael Regan said his fastest lap of the race so far, pulled out half a second on Yelma Berman. We go on board with Stefan Ortelli. He is under investigation by the stewards for that contact with Oliver Jarvis. So it was, I mean, there's no doubt he caused an avoidable incident. It's what decision the stewards take to reprimand him.
Well, I think looking at the situation, we've seen it a couple of times. and it looked like Oliver Jarvis was particularly slow on the infield to turn 12, and that may well have just caught on Stefano Telly. It certainly was not a deliberate move by Telly to tag the back of Jarvis's car.
Especially considering they are teammates across the line. Come our first two drivers. Behind them is Peter, who, once he's been lapped, has actually managed to stay with them. So that early pit stop strategy, staying out, or starting out on the slick tyres, hasn't really helped the Lamborghinis. Well, they stayed on the slicks, but then they didn't stick with that decision. They then came in to change to wets, and then had to change back to slicks. But here are our lead two. The Porsche lead, the BMW second, Parisi at the wheel of the Porsche, Berman at the wheel of the BMW, and Parisi's going to have to defend for his life in these last 5 minutes of the race as they come down into turns 5 and 6. Up the hill, taking plenty of curve, and if you take too much curve, it just unsettles the car and you lose traction.
Absolutely, just lose the momentum up the hill. That would have given Yelma Berman an opportunity, and certainly he will like to see that reaction from Mike Parisi. He knows that the pressure is on Parisi. He's the person that's exerting that pressure. He's got to remember the car behind him is a lap down, but nevertheless, Peter Cox is enjoying having a little battle a lap, or effectively a lap, but it is a lap down.
Peter Cox was a tenth of a second quicker on that last lap than Yelma Berman in front of him. So that Lamborghini definitely has the pace. We've also got an investigation between Mark Basseng and Francesco Castellacci that we saw down there at turn 11 a couple of, that was probably about 10 or 15 minutes ago now. 4 minutes remaining here at Zolder as this battle between Stefano Ortelli continues. He's all over the back of Steph Dusseldorf in the battle for 5th place. But the other McLaren, Bavaro Perez, has kind of slowly climbed up to the back of them. Half a second a lap. Perez is taking out of this battle.
It's good to see both McLarens running strong. It's the first time we've had both these cars running competitively in this fourth of the races that we've seen this year in the revised GT1 series. So, Ortelli getting it all out of shape as he came out of turn 16, dropped the wheel off the outside of the corner, and the back end started a hop, skip and jump, but didn't really affect the overall scheme of things. You just realise as well that could have been a lot worse than it was.
Oliver Jarvis has just set the fastest lap of the race, so we've now got a fantastic three-way battle over 8th place as well. Basseng and Jarvis all separated by just 9/10 of a second, so there are battles kicking off everywhere. Here's a look at the replay. He's just going to get on the grass on the exit, isn't he?
Yeah, just simply lets the car release too early in the edge of the corner. Again, the curve there, you can see it is slick as anything, and once you get wheels on, then it just moves the car away from the racetrack, and it didn't do any damage other than it just unsettled the car. It looked probably a lot worse than it probably felt. So it was stuff on that telly.
Into the chicane, the Villeneuve chicane. Ortelli is not close enough yet to make a move. Here's Oliver Jarvis, absolutely on a charge, fastest lap of the race last time around, and he's now right on the back of Mark Basseng, fired up to try and make up a couple of positions after being spun around by his teammate. Those two are not too far behind Thomas Engie. You can see that Lamborghini in front. This at the moment is the battle over 9th place. We go on board with Basseng, looking back at the threatening front of the Audi R8 LMS. He's struggling on the exit of the corner, almost touching. Brilliant work as they come down into the chicane, I think, at the end of the lap, under the bridge. Basseng goes defensive, slowly moves across. Oh, is there a bit of no chicane there? I think there is.
Well, Oliver Jarvis is doing everything. He's 3 times now in the space of 2 corners. He's had the Audi that was buried in the boot of the Mercedes-Benz. Hasn't got the pace. That's simply the outside being down the inside, looking to go down the inside. Can he get it done? He may well have done this side by side coming out of turn 1 into turn 2. But the long way round won't be the quickest. It's back to the advantage of Mark Basseng. But Jarvis, he is fired up. He is absolutely running this lead. The start is 121.573. That's the quickest lap of the race.
32 Audi still unable to get past. We wait for Jarvis to come down. Another attack at the back of Mark Basseng. Under braking into turn 4. How close they are. Maybe at 2 feet between them as they swing their way through the chicane. This is going to be starting the final lap of the race now. Mike Parisi is holding the lead. Yelma Berman is second. Felipe Salaquade, he's got the job done for 3rd place. But the final lap board goes out. Mike Parisi crosses the line with a minute to go. Can Yelma Berman find a way past He's only 6/10 of a second behind, but I don't think he's going to be close enough.
No, I mean, it's going to take an error from Mike Breeze right in the exit of turn one. Track at that point, and the curbing is that little bit drier. He can afford to take the chance. So Hjalmar Berman will look to an opportunity, not here, not in the turn four, but this is all preparation. He's going to make a massive plunge, I believe, up at the end of this, the back straight, and he runs wide, loses fractions of momentum. But here is going to be one of the last chances he's got to put that BMW into the lead in for victory.
He's not close enough though as they come into braking for turns 5 and 6, flying over the curves. They're climbing the hill into the iconic shot of Zolder, down through the left-hander, and Berman hasn't really carried much speed through that chicane, has he?
No, I'm in a sense you've always believed that he's conceded victory to the Porsche. It's going to take something now out of turn 10 through the sweeping turn 11, lovely little corner this is, and then the curve all at 11 itself as well. And well, here's an opportunity, but he's not close enough to be able to do it. Last chance will come on the run up out of 12 into the final lap at right at 15 and 16. But again, it hasn't got the straight line squirt to attempt to overtake the Porsche.
Bernard Milner and Matt Halliday look on because Mike Parisi is braking for turn 15 through the final time, flicking through the right-hander, and the car that qualified on pole position had a poor qualifying race is going to win the feature race, the main championship race here at Zolder. Delight in the Northern Motorsports car, Exim Bank Team China team, absolutely delighted with that victory. Second place goes the way of the BMW.